purpose of this video is to tell you about the grid method. On my website, there are a lot of intro videos that show you what the grid method means. So I'm not going to go into all of the steps, but if you go on to the playlist Draw, there are 2 or 3 videos that say grid method, and they do a great job explaining what it is. And so I'm just going to give you a brief introduction about how you can demonstrate your learning. So the grid method is a way that we can draw realistically. That means the way that the something actually looks, and a lot of times it's from a photograph. So you have 2 ways to show me you understand, actually 3 ways to show me you understand the grid method. First way is if you've done this before and you have something at home that you want to come show me that you drew using the grid method and you give me a brief explanation, I'll go ahead and sign off on that for you. The second way, if this is new to you, is the first time you've heard of it, this is what I would recommend. I have some worksheets that are to teach you about the grid method, and they're in the binder right there on that green shelf. So if you go get one, you can do this worksheet to show me you understand the grid method. These worksheets don't have numbers, so I would recommend numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 along the top, and then A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Then what you're going to do is you are going to draw the hand, but you're not going to look at the whole hand at the same time. You're going to look at each little square and draw each little square. So for example, this square would be 1, and then I go down A, B, C, it'd be 1C. And I can see that this little square only has just a tiny bit of the wrist line coming out. So that's all I would draw right here. I would find the same square that matches this square, and I would draw it down here. And I would just draw just that square. So that's one way that you can demonstrate. And then once you do all the squares, then your hand will look exactly like this hand up here. And it's just a trick that artists use to teach themselves how to look at what it actually is, what something actually is, and not what they think it is, by breaking it up into smaller pieces. So that's the first way. That's the second way, actually. Sorry, because you can prove to me you've already done it before at home or in another class. The third way is to get a photograph. You can bring a photograph from home, or maybe if you come in at lunch, I can print you a photograph. But you can bring a photograph of your own, and then you will use a ruler, and the rulers are up there in the class supplies, the little white bin. You can use a ruler to create your own grid over the photograph, and then create a grid on your white piece of paper, and then start drawing what you see. That's another way to show me you understand the grid method. So 3 ways to demonstrate the grid method. Show me something you've already done. Get the worksheet where you can draw the picture of what's actually there, or bring in your own photograph, or find a way to print a photograph that you are going to create your own grid on with your own paper.